All my loving, what can I say about this fantastic Beatles song that hasn't already been said? Nothing. So let's just learn how to play it, shall we? This song is in E major. We'll be using E, F sharp minor, A, B, C sharp minor, the D sharp augmented, but we'll also be using a D major chord as well. One of those great beginner guitar chords. If you need help with any of these chords, then check the link in the description for some lessons on those. Not only are you going to learn the chords for this song, but you're also going to look at the rhythm playing, which is fantastic, and also some transition tips to get you from one chord to another. Let me know in the comments if chord transitioning is a problem for you too. So let's start with the verses, and there are 3 of those, and they're the same right throughout the song. So learn it once and you've got it. And we'll look at this first before we get into that particular rhythm that John plays. So we've got a great progression that has 16 bars, with each bar consisting of 4 beats. There are no half bars, just whole bars of absolute loveliness. And we can split the verse into 2, and the lyrics of the second part of the verse are always the same. But what you'll see is that the first 5 bars of each section are the same. So something less to worry about. Now I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking, holy sh! Look at those chords. You know, stepping out of your comfort zone is pretty important. You'll get better when you start pushing yourself, once you step out of that comfort zone. Let's look at those first 5 bars of both sections now, and you'll see that the chords we're going to play here are F sharp minor, B, E, C sharp minor and A. And so for the first part, what you'll have is this. Close your eyes and I'll kiss you. Tomorrow I'll miss you. Remember. And then, as I said, the second part of the verse is exactly the same. And then while I'm away, I'll write home every day, and I'll send all my... Let's talk about transitioning between those chords, because sometimes it's not the actual chords that are the problem. It's the getting from one to another. So here's the F sharp minor chord, and here's the B chord. Now with this here, the thing you want to make sure is you're going to keep this first finger at the same fret, but you're going to move it over to just the top E string at the 2nd fret. And for the rest of the B chord, if you put on an A shape chord, and if you're like me, you will use the 2nd, 3rd and 4th finger for the A chord, then it will be no problems, and you'll just put that on there, on the D string, the G string and the B string at the 4th fret. And for this chord, you're only going to play the top 4 strings. Just this, this, this and this. When learning a chord progression, you want to also look at what fingers are common to the different chords. So for example, here's the B and here's the E. And if you notice, these 2 fingers are in the same position. You know, so when you go from B to E, try and keep these 2 fingers together as you go down the fretboard and you move across. Try and keep them together before sticking the first finger on there. The E to C sharp minor, well, that looks like it's going to be a huge drama, doesn't it? Because you're going from the open position all the way to the 4th fret. But the thing that you want to do is with this, as you're going to change, keep the 3rd finger on, because that finger is going to hold you on the fretboard, and you're going to slide up to the 6th fret here and then put the rest of the chord down. Now the thing is, as you're sliding up, you'll find that your little finger tucks in automatically there, so that you can then stick that on at the same fret on the G string, and then put the 2nd finger down on the 5th fret of the B, and the 1st finger goes on the 4th fret of the top E string. That will also work when going back down, so you can take everything off, slide down, and then put the rest of the chord around that 3rd finger. Now, kind of like the way we thought about the B to E, we're going to look at these two though. These two fingers are going to be kept together, especially for the way I play the A chord. And you're going to keep them together, going down, and then as you can see that they go there on the B and the A string, and then you can put that second finger down on the second fret of the D string. So let's finish off the first part of this verse. Here are the chords on the screen now, and you'll see that after the F sharp minor, B, E, C sharp minor, A, we then go into F sharp minor, to a D, and then a B. So here's the F sharp minor chord, and here's the D chord. Now for me, the way I keep this together is, this is my kind of anchor point here, that first finger, because when you go to the D, try and keep that finger on, lift everything up, arch the first finger, and then you can put the rest of the chord around it. So if you look here again, there's your F sharp minor. Now as I change, keep that finger on and put the rest of the chord down. You're going to move the first finger across to the top E string like so, before putting the rest of the B chord down, which, as I said before, is the A chord shape with 2, 3 and 4 fingers. For the end of the second part of the verse, and as you can see again, we've got F sharp minor, B, E, C sharp minor, A, then it goes up to B, and then finishing off with 2 bars of E. And with the second bar of the E, you're just going to play 1 strum and then send all my loving to you, and just stop everything. Here's the A chord. Now, as I said, I play A with these 3 fingers, 2, 3 and 4. So it's a little bit easier for me, I'd say, because all I'm going to do is slide up 2 frets, then put the first finger on the second fret of the top E. In reverse, just slide everything out, down, taking off that first finger. Of course, if you play A like this, you're going to have a little bit more trouble because you have to change everything. But of course, it's not impossible. Now the choruses are great. I love the choruses because of the augmented chord. Now the augmented chord is not a typical beginner's chord, but I think it's really important in this song. You can play it without. You could play C sharp minor to E, but I think playing this chorus without the augmented song is like playing, you know, it's like playing You Really Got Me without the riff. Girl, you really got me going. You got me so I don't know what I'm doing. Like the verses, it's 1 chord per bar, which will help if the augmented chord is new to you. And the great thing about this is that even though it's 8 bars, it's basically 4 bars, then repeat the same thing. So again, something less to learn. So the verse finishes, and then we go straight into the chorus. And I'll send all my loving to you. All my loving I will send to you. All my loving, darling, I'll be true. There's your C sharp minor. What you want to do with the second, third finger is form like an A minor or an E shaped chord. If you look at that, just look at the shape. Not so much the position or anything like that, but the shape there. And you know, if you go here, fingers are in the same position for an A minor, same position for an E, and then over here, the same position for the augmented. It's then this finger is then going to come over to the 4th fret, not the 4th fret, the 6th fret of the 4th string, like so. So that there is an A minor shape or an E shape, which can make things a little easier for you. After the first chorus, George then launches into one of his best ever solos, and he's really channeling his inner Chet Atkins, I think, here. As you can see from the progression, this is different from the verse or the chorus, and that's the progression: A, 2 bars, E, 2 bars, F sharp minor, 1 bar, B, 1 bar, and then 2 bars of E. And like the verses, like the chorus, you're playing whole bars. The great thing about going from this F sharp minor to the E, or the E to the F sharp minor, is that all you're going to do is this. So here's the E chord. This finger, keep it where it is. It's going to slide up to the 4th fret of the D string, and then you can put the rest of the chord down there. So as you can see, there's the E. Take everything off, slide, and then put the rest of the shape on. Let's have a look at the outro, and you can see on the screen now the chords. This comes after the final chorus, and you'll now just be playing C sharp minor and E. And it's 8 bars, 2 bars of C sharp minor, and then 2 bars of E, then repeat that and finish on an E chord. Lovely stuff. Let's talk about the rhythm for this song, and it's the verses that have that really distinctive rhythm guitar part that John plays. But if rhythm at the moment is not your strong point, let's look at a few alternatives. The simplest thing that you can do is just play 1 strum per bar. So for the verse, you're going to go, close your eyes and I'll kiss you, tomorrow I'll miss you. Just keep it like that. There's no need to do anything flash. And it gives you a chance to focus on getting your chord changes right. The second strumming pattern that you can try is 4 simple down strums. So you're going to go, close your eyes and I'll kiss you, tomorrow I'll miss you. Just like that. Now strumming pattern number 3 is my go-to strumming pattern for every song. I'll play it for you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, down, up, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. And I use that rhythm pattern when I'm just playing along, when I'm having a bit of a sing-song. And that pattern, as I said, I use it for everything, and it will work for everything, pretty much everything. Girl, you really got me now. That's butchering that song. Now the rhythm part that John plays are triplets, and he plays these triplets on beats 1, 2 and 3. And triplets basically means play 3 notes in 1 beat. So what you're going to have is this. I'll play it a little bit slower. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can hear how that really does sound like the song, doesn't it? The rhythm is like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Beats 1 and 3, you'll be playing a down strum. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And on beats 2 and 4, it's an up strum. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've seen a lot of people say that John only plays on beats 1, 2 and 3. I think that's right, and I think the only reason why that's right is because on beat 4 John is actually changing chords. I think he's trying to get from F sharp minor to wherever, B. If you watch him live, you watch some of the live footage of the Beatles doing this song, you will see that his right hand doesn't stop. It's not 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's constantly, he's constantly doing this. Plus I think, you know, if you just keep your strumming hand going, you won't be worrying about, have I played 2 beats, have I played 3 beats, and it won't mess up your rhythm. Now I'm definitely not going to sit here and say that's easy, But boy, when you get it right, it really does feel like you're moving in the right direction. It really feels like you're pushing past being a beginner and you're going up a level or two. And so all I would say is, don't let these kind of songs with F sharp minors or C sharp minors, don't let them beat you. Or should I say, don't let them Beatle you. Why don't you have a full play along with me? Click the link here, I'll see you there. Thanks for watching, happy strumming. Now this song is in the key of E major, and in the key of E major there are 7 chords. What you can see here, I've been an English teacher for 20 years.